Dark Goblin on this side to tank for the weaker barrel. So you can see, look on the left, real barrel. And look, whatever side he arrowed, we were going to get a significant amount of damage. Look at how much damage we got on the left side. That is a trap that you really can't defend. Ew, what's up gamers? It's Turkey here. And today we're going to be using one of the craziest decks I have ever seen. And I'm not even just saying that for clickbait. This deck runs 0 spells. Well, technically Goblin Barrel is a spell, but like 0 spells like Zap or Fireball or Poison. You know what I mean. This deck relies entirely on just spamming your opponent and making sure that they cannot defend. It's a pretty interesting concept and it sounds kind of easy to play, but at high level, it's really difficult to use. But at the same time, this deck is absolutely loads of fun. And apparently, this is also the highest rated deck for the Evo Goblin Barrel. So if you have the Evo Barrel or maybe the Evo Valkyrie and maybe you only have one Evo slot, definitely give this deck a try. But that's enough yapping for the day. I'm so excited to hop into some games and show you how to use this deck. All right, into our next match, well, first match against this player. And it's so interesting. It's such an interesting deck. Like the concept of not having a building or like an offensive or defensive spell can be very overwhelming for some players because it's kind of like, you know, as the game goes on, you kind of expect, you know, to be able to kind of like spell cycle on their tower, things like that. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do split lane pressure because now you can see here he has to defend the left side and he has to defend the right side. So you can see there, every little bit of damage matters with this deck, like truthfully. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up for a Wall Breaker's Kite here because he doesn't have a building and cycle. Dagger Duchess actually fits in this deck very, very well. We're going to get one little connection here. It's all about the chip because you don't have a big spell. So with this deck, you need to sacrifice in certain situations that you're going to take damage in order to give them damage back. At least that's the idea. Let's go in with the Dark Goblin behind this. He can't play Goblins. Should force out the Log. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. No Log and cycle is like perfect for this deck. Alright, we're going to have our gang ready. I don't even know if I have to use it right away. Okay, we're actually just going to go with Goblins here. Then I'm going to go E-Spirit in front to tank, and then we're going to go Barrel Wall Breakers on the other side, because remember, he doesn't have Log and Cycle. He still doesn't have Log and Cycle. He can't defend that. Look at... Oh, he cycled back to Log. Ah, well played. Okay. That was well played. That was well played. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I didn't think he could defend that, so well played to him. Honestly, this guy's playing well so far. We actually have great answers to Goblin Drill. He's playing one of the most common decks in all of Clash Royale. Goblin Drill spam. Dark Goblin will take care of this guy. He just outranges it, which is great. Super easy for us. We don't have to worry about anything. Gonna go E-Spirit in front just to make it a little difficult to defend. And now we have the Evo Goblin Barrel. So if we can force out the Log... Ooh, look at the damage. If we can force out the Log, we can absolutely go insane with the split lane push. We're gonna Valkyrie. We actually saw where he placed the drill. Valkyrie is so important to save for the drill because as you can see here, we're low on daggers. And so we need our Valkyrie to be able to counter everything. And you can see we almost took no damage there. So that's great. I'm going to Princess to try and force out the Log or Goblins or something. Okay. Then we're going to Dark Goblin to snipe the Tesla. I want it gone. No Log in hand. So we're going to do this, this, and this. And we're just going to let it rip. We're just going to let it rip. He doesn't have a Log in hand. And you can see, look how hard it is to defend both sides. Both sides getting absurd amounts of damage. This guy's barely touched our tower so far. Evo Drill is a very, very real threat. So I'm going to make the decision to eat the damage on the opposite side. And we're going to drop E-Spirit here to clean this up. Valkyrie's walking back. And you can see there, what a defense. Okay, let's do this. Wall Breaker's on the other side. He's going to Log. I don't think he can get a Tesla down because he just played Elixir on the other side. Okay, he does get a Tesla down. Well played. Nice. And something else you need to be okay with this deck is games that go into overtime because you do not have a big spell. So you need to be very well prepared that it could happen. And like I said, I'm always saving my Valkyries for the drill. He just used the Log. Let's go into Wall Breakers on the other side. Ah, unfortunate there. We're going to do this. E-Spirit to protect. Okay, still, I think we outcycled his Log here. I think he'll have a hard time defending it. Yeah, look at the right side. Great damage, great damage. I'm going to go for Princess opposite lane. You can see also like the total damage that we've done to the both lanes is a lot. Like if you look, it's enough to have taken a single tower, but obviously because we're only going in we divvied up the damage, it's not enough to take it. Let's go into the Valkyrie to protect. Look at the right side, look at the right side. Okay. Princess here, I think. Nah, I was trying to squeak her onto the tower. It's fine. My man's back is against the wall here. Go Dark Goblin here. I could even pressure with just an E-Spirit at this point. Like, once you get the tower this low, yeah, he just gave up. GG's to that guy in our first match. Like I said, you need to be comfortable with matches going a little longer than normal. We're going to hold that W. Catch you in the next match. I did our next match here against Black Soldier 76. He's also running the Dagger Duchess. It's not great to see the Dagger Duchess. I think you'd rather run against a Cannoneer or a Princess deck, but you can totally make it work. Okay, he cycles his bats. I'm just going to cycle my E-Spirit. Kind of just play into him. I'm going to drop Wall Breakers opposite lane. I believe they've updated the Dagger Duchess where this still gets one connection onto the tower. Nope. Okay. I love that. We're going to go Goblins low. And Dark Goblin even lower. We're going to get the King Tower activated. And I think this full counters. Yeah, beautiful. So you can see there we got King Tower activation and we didn't take any damage of our own. Suspicious Bush card comes down. I'm going to E-Spirit. It's going to chain onto everything. He's actually spamming me. It kind of makes sense because I am running the Dagger Duchess. So he was trying to overwhelm me there. I totally get it. We're going to go in with the barrel here. I think he's going to log most likely, so I'm just going to let this go. Nice. He actually doesn't have a log. I was assuming the way that he was defending that he had a log, but kind of just hyper aggressive by my opponent and really good punish. I'm going to go in here as well just before the daggers are fully charged. Oh no, she got it back, but this is still a tower threat. What? Well, now you know that interaction. I know that interaction too, apparently. Let's do this. He doesn't have bats in hand. He might go Ram Rider. We're going to be ready with the Goblin Gang. Firecracker. That's fine with me as well. I'm going to E-Spirit. Beautiful. This will just chain onto it. We shouldn't have to worry. Like I said, we're going to be ready here if he goes in for a gang. Okay. King Tower activation absolutely paying dividends in this matchup. My man is being so aggressive. I mean, I understand the concept because, you know, we're low on daggers, but just don't think it's great to be that aggressive. Okay, we know that he doesn't have log, so I'm just going to continue to spam him because he doesn't have log. We're going to get the E-Spirit down as well in case he goes in for bats, but he was way too aggressive with that Mirror Miner, and that's a good punish. That's what I'm talking about. Don't really know what he was doing. I mean, despite not having a tower or a spell, the defense of this deck is actually like crazy strong. I think my opponent, oh, I thought he gave up. Never mind. Bad Valkyrie. And we're gonna do this. He has a mini P.E.K.K.A. Good damage onto the tower. We're gonna E-Spirit here for the Bush. Princess on the opposite side. We've barely taken any damage on our tower. If you go the Valkyrie here, it'll actually hit the Bush as well, I think. Nah, it doesn't. I was hoping it would swing onto the Bush. It's okay, though. Like I said, King Tower activation is going to pay dividends in this matchup. At this point, I don't really see him sneaking through. Let's get the Goblins down. They'll do a great job on defense, actually. They're one of the highest DPS units in the game. It's comparable to like a skeleton army or something. We're just going to pressure one last time in the hopes of getting a 3-crown. But another easy win there. I feel like my opponent was not the best. So we're going to hold that W and catch you in the next match. And into our next match here against this person. And I'm telling you, the amount of pressure that you can apply is crazy. And when you see yourself going against a Cannoneer, celebrate. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for the most part. I mean, wow, he arrows that early. My man was taking no chances. All right. Arrows make me think Lava Hound, but it could be Giant Graveyard. There's a really popular mortar deck that has arrows. Yeah, I was going to say, really popular mortar deck. We're going to go E-Spirit here to distract. Just for a little bit, then we're going to get the Valkyrie down for the cannon cart. And then Goblin Gang just to finish it off. Okay, I think Valkyrie's going to survive for just long enough. Yeah, so this. And we're going to go Wall Breakers here. Nice. Pretty decent defense. I mean, I was down a little bit of elixir, so given the circumstances, I'm fine with how he defended. This deck has one of the deck that we're playing against has one of the highest win rates in the game. So I'm pretty stoked to be able to show you how to play against it. Mortar is really popular right now. Something about the current meta just appears to favor this Mortar deck, so we'll see how well we can do against it. Alrighty. We're going to let our Dagger Duchess take care of those archers. We're going to go in with the barrel here, see if he, yeah, goes for the arrows. No surprise. I could go Princess at the Bridge. I think I will. I'm going to go like this. We'll probably Cannon Cart Mortar or something like that. It can be kind of tricky to defend the Mortar without a big spell. I notice a lot of people, myself included, sometimes struggle with that. So we'll see. We're going to let all of this lock on. Once the Cannon Cart locks on, we're going to go... Oh, that locked onto my tower. Oops. That's okay. Honestly, we're going to have a nice little counter push here. I'm here for it. Okay, he's going to arrows and then peep both sides. My man is in trouble. A little too aggressive on offense, and he lost his whole tower. And the arrows come down, but it's too late. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, a little too aggressive on offense there. Evil Mortar's coming, but we do have our Valkyrie in cycle, so that's good. I'm going to Princess preemptively. And yeah, I'm happy with that interaction. He's going to set up for one more Mortar push. That's definitely the obvious play here, I feel. Valkyrie down, just to suck all of this in. Wall breakers like this. And Goblin Gang over here. We get one wall breaker connection, which is awesome, making sure that that mortar doesn't lock onto our tower. And threat neutralized. Excellent. Valkyrie here cleans everything up. Like I said, the defense is sneaky strong. If he goes for arrows, we can kind of redirect here with an E-Spirit. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, sometimes defending mortar without a building can be kind of hard for certain players, understandably. So we're going to wall breakers like this just to distract the mortar. Nice. I don't think that locked. Nope. Alright, good game against this mortar player. Like I said, one of the top rated decks in the game, and we handled it with ease. So GG to that player. We'll hold that W. Catch you in the next match. Alright, in our next match here against Dorito. And is this deck the best deck in the game? Probably not. Is it very strong? Absolutely. And it's definitely worth learning. And I think, you know, if you're a new player or even a veteran player, it's so fun to challenge your decks. Challenge yourself with decks that have like unorthodox options. You know what I mean? Like a deck that has no large spell and no building. Like it will make you a better player if you learn to defend. Like learning this Wallbreaker's Kite. Super, you know, fundamental to Clash Royale, learning how to play the game. And we actually took care of the wall breaker. That was crazy. I'm going to do this just in case he goes for like a log. This deck most likely runs log. Okay, Valkyrie comes down. We're going to go Dark Goblin early here. He spoon feeds us Valkyrie value, so we're going to go bang bang. Thank you, Valkyrie. And Valkyrie we trust. Plus the Dark Goblin absolutely shredding on defense. He eats that. Okay, I thought it was Hog Earthquake. Apparently not. So we're going to go gang here for the wall breakers, and then the Spear Goblins are going to help take down that barrel. So fairly decent defense. I'm going to go in because we have the E-Spirit tanking. Let's see if he has a log or not. Okay, he has arrows. That makes sense. We still get a little bit of Spear Goblin chip. And you can see here, the point of this deck is like you slowly whittle down your opponent. It's not one big push that takes it most of the time, unless you can catch them without like their spell in hand. But that's kind of the way that the deck works. Is it's like a chip deck, right? It's like here and there, a few hundred damage here. You know, you can go for princesses at the bridge as well in certain situations. Okay, we're in a Dark Goblin here. We know he doesn't have arrows in hand, which is pretty huge. We're going to gang up high, and then I'm going to Valkyrie, because I didn't want the Mighty Miner to lock on the Valkyrie right away. And now you can see, that was his big push, right? And it's gone. Perfectly defended by us. He has to arrows on one side, which means he won't have arrows in hand for our barrel. Oh, horrible, horrible Goblin Gang. Oh my gosh, that was awful. So now in this situation, I think I'm going to go for the real barrel on this side, and then go Dark Goblin on this side to tank for the weaker barrel. So you can see, look on the left, real barrel. And look, whatever side he arrowed, we were going to get a significant amount of damage. Look at how much damage we got on the left side. That is a trap that you really can't defend. Princess here just to, you know, put us into striking range of finishing off the game. Good prediction by him, if that was a prediction, but look at how we still got damage onto the tower. Evo Valkyrie here is going to shred this push. Need to be careful about that barrel, though. Oh, Evo Valkyrie pulled it in. Evo Valkyrie pulled it in. Wall breakers here. E-Spirit and Goblins. Look at that defense, man. Evo Valkyrie solos. Oh my gosh. Shoutouts to Evo Valkyrie. Okay. My man went in. He's a little too aggressive. E-Spirit here for the barrel, and he can't defend. Evo Valkyrie carried us. Oh my gosh. What a queen. Absolutely destroyed this guy. And he was running a spam deck too. He was running recruit spam. So awesome game. Super proud of the gameplay. We're going to hold that W, and we'll catch you in the next match. Bang! I did our next match here against Pro Man. And we've had good matchups so far. You know, I usually try to include losses in the video if they're close or I feel like there's something that you can learn. And we haven't had a loss yet. I mean, we're a few wins into a classic challenge, so I'm sure it'll happen eventually. It's Princess here because... Nice. Look, the Princess is targeting our Princess instead of the gang. That was such a smart Princess by us. Even though we lost our Princess, that was so worth it. Let's Valkyrie here in case he gets any ideas. Okay. Goblin's ready here if he goes for the barrel. So we're going against traditional log bait. He probably does have a big spell, so that's, you know, a slight advantage that he'll have over us. He also probably has a small spell, but as soon as we bat out the log, we have so many good options to pressure without a log. So you can see he doesn't have a log or a building in cycle. So wall breakers when those get around will be really menacing. W Dark Goblin. And then let's go like this. That's in the back. We can just counter with the gang. Pretty bad to place your barrel like that. And those wall breakers are going to connect. At least one of them. Very, very good. I'm going to princess as well. In case he princesses. Nope. Beautiful. Yeah, I need to wait on this Valkyrie. Just a little bit. Okay. I wanted to see if he was going to play a barrel. Looks like he didn't. Where's the music?
Gotcha.
Please don't stop the music. He might protect it. I don't know. Might not. He doesn't have Valkyries, so he doesn't really have anything great to protect that. This is still a threat, though. Nice. Okay, Spirit comes down. Please don't stop the music. Princess is in hand, so I'll be ready with an E-Spirit. I might even go for it, like, predictively, just in case. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set up for some split lane pressure. We're going to go like this. He's going to log. It'll be hard for him to get the log and the Inferno Tower down in time. And he does, though. Well played. Well played. Well played. I'm going to be ready. A lot of times when they have a building up, they'd be apt to go for like a princess at the bridge. Okay, he doesn't. Okay, let's do this. Dark Goblin. I need to be careful as well of the possible double barrel threat from him. So we're going to get our Valkyrie down just in case he wants to sneak into princess. He ate that Dark Goblin. Yeah, he does have double barrel, but we have a lot of answers to spam. Like you can see, that was his big push, right? And we're fine. Which is awesome. Princess here to snipe his princess, and then we're going to push with wall breakers. Okay. Well played, well played. Inferno Tower definitely getting good value for him, no doubt about that. We have our double barrel in as well, so I'm going to try and get a counter push in with the Evo barrel. Okay, that's in the back. I don't know why players do that. Like, people in my stream are always like, go for the juke barrel, and I'm like, it's pretty easy to defend a lot of the time. We're going to do this. Look at the split lane pressure here. He logged the wrong side. Well, I guess there was no wrong side. There was no wrong or right side with the spam. And that's going to be tower down on that side. Absolutely crazy game. Again, against traditional log bait, we're going to do this. Super easy barrel defense. So if you think you're going to struggle against log bait, absolutely not. Good game to Pro Man. We'll hold that W, and we'll catch you in the next match. And into our next match here against Carlos. And I'm having so much fun with this deck. I know a lot of people aren't fans of log bait or bait style decks, but this one, it just feels different. It just kind of feels like, I mean, it is. It's a spam deck. It's just a different type of deck. Let's get the princess down here. Okay, he goes for the bats. That's fine. We'll take our one shot. We'll be happy with it. I'm going to cycle my E-Spirit here. Okay. We'll just drop a Valkyrie in the back. One elixir forced out 3, so we're fine with that. So he has bats and archers. Could be Mega Knight. Could be Mortar. Yeah, maybe Prince as well. Could go for prediction arrows. A lot of times people do that when they just cycle their Prince. Not always. Yeah, he does. Okay, so we have goblins. We're fine here. We have a lot of answers. And he just cycled his arrows, so let's hit him with it. Let's hit him with it. No arrows in hand. No arrows in hand. He has log. Darn it. I wasn't expecting him to have arrows and log, so we're just going to eat this Dark Goblin. It is what it is. Alright, so this is the ultimate test. We're playing against a deck that runs arrows and log, right? You'd think that's like a horrible matchup, Durkee. We'll find out. Right, we're gonna princess in the back. I could pressure with gang. I'll probably just pressure with goblins. Let's do this actually. We have the ranged units as well. Probably force out the prince. Recruits. Interesting. Princess is gonna do work on that other side. Yeah, it makes sense that he spent that. But those archers are already down. Dark Goblin should take care of that. Valkyrie. Ooh, Dark Goblin. I thought Dark Goblin was going to help, but that's okay. We still love you. Okay. I would love to force out the arrows here because... Okay, Valkyrie lives perfect. This should force out arrows. Might even force out log. No, arrows are great. Okay, so let's do some split lane pressure here. This will force out log, and then we're going to immediately pressure with Goblin Gang. And this in case he goes for bats. No, he goes for Prince. That's fine. It still does good DPS onto the Prince, and we get a little E-Spirit chain, so I'm not too worried about it. I believe Dark Goblin will full counter this with the help of my tower, because Dagger Duchess is quite good. Yep, shoutouts to Dark Goblin. Okay, we have Evo Valkyrie in hand for his Evo Recruit, so I'm pretty stoked about that, because otherwise it might be a tricky defense. I'm going to go for the double barrel just to try and force out a spell. Key here is not to give him arrows value, which is easier said than done, to be honest, but we're going to try not to. Okay, yeah, like you can see he only hit one thing with those arrows, which is great. He could log here, but, you know, wouldn't be that great of a play. Okay, we're going to get the Dark Goblin down. Or, excuse me, normal Goblins down. Valkyrie to pull everything to the middle. You can see these defenses are technical. They're technical defenses. They're not always the easiest, but that's kind of how you gotta run it. I'm going to wall breakers behind the Valkyrie. Oh, did they go in front? Darn it! Those would have been good if that didn't happen, but alas it did. We use crying over spilt milk, I suppose. Let's get the E-Spirit down. We need to get back to another Valkyrie soon, because otherwise this push is deadly. He used his arrows. Let's go in with the barrel. Okay. Valkyrie doing her best. He might go for pre-arrows. He might not. Let's just get these goblins down. If he goes for arrows, we have another set. I think I'm going to go for a kite instead. Okay, we're going to kite it back. I don't think those are going to connect. It is what it is. It did force out a Dark Goblin, though, so we're happy about that. Okay, Evo Valkyrie, again, my best friend in this matchup. Use the arrows. Again, I gave him arrows value there. That was my fault. I wasn't trying to, but sometimes it just happens, man. I will go for a juke barrel now. Never know. Sometimes you get lucky. Yep. We hit him with the juke barrel. See, that's the thing with the juke barrel is when you do it as a mix-up, right, it's good. You just can't do it all the time. But, like, that was the first juke barrel all game. And finally, we found ourselves in a match that goes into this overtime position. Right, okay, I need to be careful again not to give arrows value here. I don't like it, he can arrows. Okay, nice, he arrows the princess, that's fine with me. Okay. We're going to have to hit him with the double barrel pressure here. Maybe not yet. Evo Valkyrie would be so helpful on defense. So helpful on defense. Look at her pull all of this back. He just used arrows. Let's go in with wall breakers here. If he uses log, he won't have anything for the other side. He doesn't use log wisely, but still we're going to get a wall breaker connection. And look at the left side. Look at the left side. Look at the left side. Beautiful. We just kind of have to park the bus in this situation, and we should be okay. Definitely going to go in on one side with the Goblin Giant. Okay, he goes for arrows. Let's pressure. Wow. Beating Goblin Giant. Can you believe it? I low-key can't. Beating Goblin Giant recruits with this deck. Absolutely. We're going to give him the heart emoji. First 5-minute game of the video. Absolutely clutch performance. We'll catch you in the next match. Beer against Diego. Looks like he likes Hog Rider. It's worth checking out people's banners. I say it like, you know, you never know. I'm going to go into the Valkyrie. Best answer, I would say, in the game to drill. Maybe Bowler as well. Perfect defense there. We don't take any damage. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and force out the log. Then go in with the Dark Goblin. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yep, no log, no log, no log. Okay, let's do this. You have to try and spam here. No log, no log. This is what this deck does amazingly. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. We'll take that little bit of damage. We're happy about that. Okay, so it looked like I think I saw a cannon. I wish he had a more expensive building, to be honest. But we're fine. Okay, this deck was really popular a little while ago. I made a video on it, but no sweat, honestly. We're going to save our Valkyrie for the drill and not be too early with these goblins. Sometimes that timing can be a little difficult. Try and sneak in Wallbreaker behind this single goblin, otherwise the counter push is kind of useless. Awesome, we forced out the log. I'm stoked about that. I definitely want to be going opposite lane. Let's cycle our barrel to try and get to our Evo 1. Beautiful. Get the knight out of hand. And again, saving the Valkyrie for the drill, I feel like, is paramount to playing this deck and defending well. Because now you can see the Valkyrie is going to counter the drill and it's going to help counter the knight. So it's like, it's perfect for us. Goblins for the bush is a 2-for-2 trade, so I absolutely love that. Just getting the timing right can be kind of difficult. A lot of people can mess it up. It's easy to mess up, I should say. So far, this man has not touched my tower. I don't think he has Dark Goblin in cycle, so I don't mind going for this. Even if it forces out the Dark Goblin, it's fine. Or the poison, yeah, it's not a big deal. We have, okay, so here's the thing. We have Evo Barrel, so let's do this, this, this. Which side is he going to defend? Which side is he going to defend? Okay, that's fine with me. Look at the left side. Look at the left side. That's what I'm saying. You force out the log, and then it's just like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Okay. Beautiful. Goblins are going to get a little hit. Nice. Forced out the knight. I love that interaction. Let's do this. Okay, goes in for the Evo drill. I gave him a lot of poison value. I was hoping that, yeah, I was going to say, I was hoping the Dark Goblin wouldn't go in this lane. Unfortunately, it does. But that's okay. Still a decent defense. I'm content with it. Ah, horrible Dark Goblin. Alright, making a few mistakes here and there, but that's okay. Okay. Interesting that he switched lanes, to be honest. I think that's kind of weird, but that's fine. Okay, Okay, let's get these gobbies down here for the bush. Dark Goblin like this. Might have to go for a kite here. We're going to kite these back. Beautiful kite. I say sometimes the defenses can get tricky here, especially, you know, Goblin Drill. It's a really good deck, really popular in the meta. Interesting. Okay, I might have to go Valkyrie here against my better judgment. I'm going to go for a little juke here. I'm going to wait on the poison for as long as possible. Okay. Or, sorry, wait on the goblins for as long as possible is what I meant to say. That was an okay Dark Goblin from him, I feel like. Nice. Great damage on that side. Kind of catching him without his log. Ooh, and a late log. Let's go in with the princess here. See if we get the cannon out high. That would be dope. Nah, he goes for the knight. That makes sense. Let's do this. We're going to go Goblin Gang high. Don't want to give him too much poison value. Let's do this. No login cycle for him. Look at how much damage we got on the right side because he completely ignored the real barrel. Now we can start pressuring that side. This deck thrives off of split lane pressure, so that's awesome for us. I'm gonna ignore that. I shouldn't ignore that. Let's do this. We're both pressuring so hard here. Ah, that gets on my tower. Are you kidding me? Princess gonna lock on. Beautiful. I'm gonna Valkyrie here. It's all gas, no brakes for both of us right now. We're both kind of playing, you know, high octane pressure decks, so it's the way the matchups go. Try and predict his Dark Goblin. No, it doesn't bite. That's okay though. Okay, Princess on both sides. This is where split lane pressure decks thrive right here. We're gonna get so much Valkyrie value right here. Dark Goblin on the other side. He will get a poison for sure. Nice. Oh, but the left side! Domination! Well, not really, actually. It was a close match, but really fun game. I mean, I loved it. Very competitive match. Well played, Diego, but just edged him out in the end. Catch you in the next match. Alright, into likely our last match of the video. Honestly, win or loss. We haven't had a loss yet. Scout's honor. So, we'll see, though. I mean, so far, so good. I'm loving this deck. We haven't had any crazy matchups. I really would like to play against Beatdown. I mean, I guess we did play against Goblin Giant, but I know that this deck could struggle against Beatdown, like a Golem or a Lava Hound. I would love to show you gameplay against that type of deck. This could be Lava. No, probably Hog. So Wall Breakers here to get the easy King Tower activation. Totally worth it. And then he just eats this, so let's pressure right away. Wow, I was like, there's no way. Okay, I thought he was going to ignore that. Okay, Dark Goblin here to help out, and then maybe force out a spell. And then it's going to do great against the RG. I'm going to try and block for like a Fisherman. Oh, that's fine. Okay, we're going to do this. No log in hand. E-Spirit to maybe chain onto the archers. Nah, just a pipe dream. No log in hand, though, right? Let's go in. Let's do it. No log. What do you do here, Royal Giant player? Oh my gosh, log and arrows. Curses! I can't play against log and arrows again. But honestly, this deck, even if they have log and arrows, as we showed in the previous match, like, you can definitely still win. So, we're going to pressure opposite lane. We just hit the bridge, should force out something. Nice. Force out a 3 elixir card. I think I'm just going to ignore that, to be honest. I'll let him get a little bit of chip. One shot isn't too bad. Valkyrie, fine with me. Dark Goblin down. I want to force out his log, so we're going to go absolutely crazy. We're going to go dark this in front, so then we can... Okay, no log in hand. Let's do this. I don't think he has arrows in cycle yet either. Nice, he just cycled back, but look at the left side. His deck is super unorthodox. He doesn't have log or arrows in cycle, so this is an easy defense. I don't need to worry about it. Might try and sneak in wall breakers. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll try and sneak in wall breakers behind these spear goblins. Might get a little lucky. Nice, Ice Wizard. Okay, so this guy's deck, super weird. I thought I was going to be able to show you gameplay against a traditional Royal Giant deck, but that's okay. You never know what you're going to face, you know, and classic challenges, mid ladder, up ladder, down ladder, all the ladders. Beautiful that we have Evo Valkyrie in cycle here. Going to do a great job on defense. Look at pulling back everything, and I think he only gets one shot. We're going to go into wall breakers. Should force out log, I would think. No, it actually doesn't. And kind of cost him a little bit. Let's go E-Spirit here. And then go Valkyrie because he has the Evil Valkyrie down. So I don't want to play my swarms, per se. Oh no, Valkyrie's going to pull in. No! I had the right idea there, but just poorly executed. So much log value for him, but I guess he doesn't want to take it for whatever reason. I want him to log. Use your log, please. Okay, we're going to go in. Man refuses to use his logger arrows. He eats both of the wall breakers. Finally gets his arrows down. We're going to pressure opposite lane. We're kind of just running circles around this guy right now. And I feel like he's got to call it quits soon. Right? Look at both lanes. And unless he has his arrows in cycle, that's going to be... Oh! Almost called GG's too soon. Okay, let's get the Dark Goblin down. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, let's be careful here. Let's be careful here. Yeah. We knew that was coming. Relax. He used his arrows and his log, though, so he can't defend both sides. There's no way. Look at the right side. No arrows, no log in cycle. That's going to be GG's. So, good game to him. Almost got us there at the end, but we edged him out. So, we're going to hold that W and catch you in the outro. And that's going to do for today's video. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to try it. I'll also link it in the video description. So, honestly, I've had a great time with this deck. I actually didn't have any losses. This deck has been amazing. I think a lot of people just struggled to defend it, myself included. There's so much spam, it's really easy to overwhelm your opponent. And if you want to get better as a player, it's also worth giving it a try. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Just know how much I appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace.